Pompey, and thanks for, okay. Thank you so much for having me, for bringing, giving me this opportunity to be able to turn and talk to people, to be able to inspire people and motivate people. Let me start by introducing myself properly. My name is Babatunde Yusuf. I'm a resident of Canada, or let me say a citizen of Canada, but I'm also a Nigerian. So Nigerian is actually the main thing for me. And that's how I see it. I'm a Nigerian before being a Canadian. So every journey of my life where I am today, Nigeria actually prepared me for this. So I was born and brought up in Lagos, Nigeria. I had my primary school, secondary school, and university in southwest part of Nigeria. I studied computer science, and I have a couple of IT certification, CCNA, ITIL, CCMP, and a host of others. So prior to leaving Nigeria, I worked briefly with a company called Emerging Market Telecommunication Services, which is then known on the street as Etisalat Nigeria. Today, I think they've changed their name to Nine Mobile. So I work as a bus engineer. So when I was there for like, I think 4 years. So growing up for me in Nigeria, like me, well, I was like, I think at some point in my life when I become politically conscious, what did I mean? Like at age 10 or 11, 12, I've always had this ambition of saying that I want to travel, I want to leave Nigeria, I want to live somewhere else. I can see the direction Nigeria is going. For me, that's personal. So I told myself that I have to leave. So every step I take, it has always been like, I want to travel. So when I even met my wife then, so she doesn't buy into the idea of traveling. I'm like, yeah, listen, madam, listen, me, you see me, I'm going to go. If you don't want to go, that's fine. I'm going to leave here. I can come and meet, but I will leave. So these are those things that was driving me. So when I joined Etisalat Nigeria, luckily for me, and prior to joining Etisalat Nigeria, okay, let me make this clear. So these are online knowledge sharing. For me, it's actually, I'm going to be telling my story personal. I'm going to be telling my personal. I'm going to go personal. Some personal thing I'm going to share it. And why am I going to be doing that? I just want to inspire people. I want to motivate the audience we have right now. And I want to let people give people information as much as possible. So based on what I explained, because as they say, experience is the best teacher. So I've seen everything firsthand, and it is my pleasure, and I'm happy to share it with people. And that's one thing I do with utmost joy. I have a lot of people that I inspire. I've lost the number of people that I've actually nurtured, like guide them, tell them what to do, and they are here together. Today we are fine in Canada. Some have just gotten their visa here, still coming in, and this is what I just do. I think that's where I'm being wired naturally. So at some point in time, when I was working with Etisalat, so as I said, I want to go personal. So I was earning barely around 300,000 naira then. That was in 2013, 14, 15. So I want to go to, so what actually brought Canada? I want to travel, but I don't actually know where I want to go to. So at some point I went to United States. When I was working with Etisalat, I was able to go US visa. So I went to United States. So when I go to United States, I have one of my friends that we served together. We had our NYC together in Calabar. So Ahmed, immediately we finished NYC, this guy traveled to Canada as a student. So I uploaded my picture on Facebook, I remember. So he saw my picture. So the first thing, he reached out to me. And that's one of those things I always tell people, that social media has its advantage and its disadvantage. There are some network you build through Facebook, Instagram, or those through your activity. So this guy saw my picture and called me. I said, guy, you're in US. Do you want to stay? I said, no, I'm not. I don't want to live abroad illegally. I never want to live. If I'm going to live here, I want to live legally. So he said, oh, that's fine. Say, do you want to come to Canada? I say, I want to come. How can I do it? He said, do you have money? It's easy. If you want to do it, it's easy. I said, how much is it going to cost me? He said, it's going to cost me around, then I think it's like 1.8 million naira. I'm like, where will I see that money? I don't have now. So I don't have the money. So I got that information from him. So we started talking. We exchanged number. We started talking. So when when I went to US, I spent only 10 days. So when I came back to Nigeria, I told my wife about what my discussion with my friend who is in Canada. My wife said, but where are we going to get the money? We are not that rich. We don't have money. And in all honesty, then Mr. Pompey used to be my neighbor, and I live in a very nice neighborhood back then. I live in Ajawa Estate, Antony Village. So my house rent is even more. I live very far. So I don't even have much savings, in all honesty, but I want to travel. So I was doing that. So at some point, so there was a particular time I was in the office after when I came back from the United States. So after I think 8 months after that, I was sitting in the office one day, and this banker just came to our office. They usually come, if you work in Netsalat and you're a full-time staff, all those jobs, MTN, Airtel, all these bankers are always going to be in your office begging you to come and take loan. They are marketers. They want. So this lady just approached me that day and say, "Oh, Babatunde, boss, it's only you that have not taken loan in your unit. Why not take loan?" Immediately I had that loan. Loan? Okay, loan. The first thing that was going through my mind was loan. Canada, I need money for Canada, because that was what is always in my mind. So I'm like, okay, I just call her, okay, how much can you give me? He said, I have to calculate it based on your salary, how much you are making right now. So he bought a calculator, you calculate it and say, okay, you can actually get 2 million naira now. I said, 2 million naira, you can give me 2 million naira? No, okay, that's fine. So that day I was so okay. I said, I'm going to get back to you. So I'm going to call you. So when I got home that day, I discussed that with my wife and say, oh, listen, there's something new. They want to give me loan in First Bank. Oh, so what do you think? But that is, if you take the loan, your job is the collateral, so you can't actually leave your job. I said, don't worry, don't overthink it. So when we get to the bridge, we are going to cross it. Let's move from one stage to the next stage, and when we get to that stage, we're going to think about how we're going to live. So I called the banker the following day. I just want to cut it short. I call her, okay, can we start processing? He said, okay, that's fine. So we started processing it. So I have to move. I was initially using GTB Bank for my salary. So she's told me that I have to move my account to First Bank so that they can actually, for them to, that's one of the requirements to get a loan. So I did that. So so by January 2015, I started the process. So one thing that make life easy for me is that I have access to internet. I work with Tetsalat Nigeria, so I work at the head office. So I have internet 24/7. So 5 p.m. when we close office, I won't leave my office. Normally we have a staff bus that take us back home. So I won't go. I will just stay there, use the internet, browse. I will always be online, searching schools in Canada, this and this. And I'm also in contact with my friend who is already in Canada. His name is Ahmed. So I will reach out to him and say, okay, apply to this, apply. So I was able to apply, got an admission by myself. I didn't use any agents. I didn't use anybody. The only thing I have is internet. So I was able to get it, even not with the help of my friend. I got the admission myself. So I told him I got the admission. Oh, that's so smart. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start. So I was also processing the money. So when the money came out, I got the money. My school fee back then, was around, I think 2.3 or 2.4 million naira. So I got the 2 million naira. So somebody, if I talk to one of my brother, I don't have money. So I have to borrow 500K from one of my brother. Like, hey, boss, I am expecting more money in the next 2 months. Can you please borrow me 500K? One thing about me is this. Most of my people trust me. So it is always very, very easy for me to ask people for money, because if I tell you A, that's A. If I tell you, please borrow me money, I'm going to give you on the 1st of next month, trust me, I'm going to give it to you. So, and that's the tool that you can always use. And let us all learn this, to be honest, in everything we are doing. When people can trust you, when you are creditworthy, even to live in Canada, you have to be creditworthy. So if you get a credit card and you are not paying your credit card on time, you can't do anything. You can't buy a house, you can't buy a car, you can't do anything. So it is good to be creditworthy. So my brother gave me the money. So all the money, as the day I got it, I fire everything to my friend in Canada to help me pay my school fee. So I think that day I sent 2.4 million naira to Canada, everything. That's how desperate I am. So I sent everything to Canada. The guy paid full payment. So I got a receipt from the school that my tuition fee has been paid. So I I got the admission letter. So I have to proceed to, what's it called, to the embassy to apply for the visa. So I applied for the visa, I got the visa. Everything was so fast. Within 2 months, I got my visa. I went for my medical, and here I am, I'm in Canada now. So that was just like a brief about me, about how I was able to make it to Canada. And some people will want to ask me, what about a loan? How do you live? How do you navigate leaving your job with a loan, coming to Canada? How do you do it? So when I was about going, I have a very good relationship with my account officer. They call it account officer. So I call her that, listen, I got the visa, I have to leave. See, boss, you can't leave. You can't leave. You know, say you get loan, yeah, you can't leave. Yeah, they might fire me. I'm going to be in trouble. I said, don't worry, you're not going to be in trouble. Luckily, I was able to get some money. So I told her that, listen, I'm going to pay how much. So the loan is actually for 4 years. So which I'm going to be servicing every month, 60,000 naira or 70,000 naira then. So I told her, listen, I have one money here with me. So I was able to get, so within times, I have a side hustle. I was consulting for one IT firm in VI then. So there are some job I did for them. So they pay me some money. So I told the accountant that, listen, I'm going to be paying you 800,000 naira, which is going to be enough for them. Like, as far as the lady told me, as far as the bank comes to my account and they are seeing money, I don't have a problem. So I said, I'm going to pay this money into the account so that in the next 1 year, while I'm studying in Canada, they can take their money. He said, oh, that's fine. You want to do that? I said, I'm going to do that. I don't want to put anybody in trouble. I'm going to put the money in my account so that in the next 1 year, at least before I got myself in Canada, they can get to speak money from my account. When they come to take money, like they're already posted, so they're going to take the money. So that's what I decided. I left for Canada. And to be honest with you, when I go to Canada within 2 years, I was already working. When I came here, I think I started working 10 days after I arrived in Canada. So I was already making money. I was still sending money back home. So it was easy for me. So 2 years after I got the loan, I just called the lady like, listen, how much is my balance? Let me just pay up. Let me just settle them. So that's how I was able to finish with First Bank, and the rest today, as they say, is history. So let me not bore you too much. So let me go to the slide. I think that's a brief introduction about me. So let me go by the slide, and please, if I'm too fast, please let me know. Hello? Okay, hello?
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, you are okay.
Okay, that's okay. So so let's start on this slide. So let me start with what are the 6 reasons, strong reasons why Nigerians are leaving Nigeria? The first one is income. And let's be honest with ourselves. If I haven't left EMTS like it's Salah then, I don't think there is any way I would have been able to do what I've done within the short time. And I'm going to explain why. Much respect to people that didn't leave then. Like when I left Salat, a couple of us left. It was like tsunami. A lot of people left at the same time. Some people went to Australia, some people went to United States, UK, New Zealand. I know a couple of friends, but some people didn't go, which is fine. It's just and let me make it clear: not everybody will leave Nigeria. Not everybody. As a matter of fact, coming abroad is not even for everybody. Some people are going to do better staying back in Nigeria, and that's a fact. So everything I'm saying is going to be personal. So some people will not leave Nigeria, but they are going to do better. I have a couple of friends that I left in Nigeria, that I left when I left. Today, they are doing very, very well. They are doing better than me. But some of us are just been wired that we want to leave. Like somebody like me, I just want to leave. Right now, to be honest with you, I was telling before this session, I was telling Mr. Pompey that now I'm craving for that. I want to come to Nigeria. I feel like coming to Nigeria. I say, why? I said, I want to leave. Because the reason why I came to Canada, I got it already, which is the passport. Now I want to leave Nigeria. And why did I want to leave? That's my plan B. So in case I come to Canada, Nigeria now, to start a business, to start a venture, even if it's not working, I carry my passport, I will come back here. They are not going to change. I have an alternative. But Nigeria is where I want to be. I can't continue to be in the cold here. And like you only need to come to Canada to imagine, to see how the cold is. It's crazily cold. It's very, very bad. When I mean bad, you can imagine having to go to work in the morning and you have to go outside first to start your car. And it's going to take that car for like 45 minutes for you to come to the room temperature inside it. You can't even drive. That's how bad it is. You have to shovel snow, all this stuff. So it's not the best place to just say you want to live. It's good. Quality of life, everything, healthcare, everything is there. But it's not really where you really want to spend the rest of your life. If you are smart, you can actually, there are a lot of things you can actually do in Nigeria and still, while you have this place, you can just come. So what I mean is, so when you come to, why people are living, people want to increase their fortune, income. They want, knowing that they can earn more abroad. Of course, you can earn more abroad, relatively. Let me explain to you. When I left Nigeria, as a student, I only have, I think, 20 hours work a week I can do legally. So your study permit allows you to work 20 hours a week. So back then, in all honesty, usually we have a way around it. So we work, there's something they call under the table. So we work under the table. Under the table means government will not know. So we do that as a student because we need money. By the time I convert how much I'm making every month to my salary back in EMTS, it's almost the same thing or more. So I didn't really lose anything. While I'm studying, I'm still making money. And after my graduation, there is no way, like, especially when you convert, like with the exchange rate, like it's not even comparable. There is no way you're going to compare it. So it's going to increase your income. Like what I've done over the last, like, let's say for the past, within my 6 years of being in Canada to now, like what I've been able to acquire, like properties, both in Nigeria and in Canada, it might happen. I have some, as I said earlier, I have some friends that make a lot of money. However, like the chances is so slim. But yet, those things you are going to do it very easy. So that's one of the reasons why people are living in Nigeria. The second reason why people are living in Nigeria, why Nigerians are living in Nigeria, is jobs. I have chances of getting better paying jobs. Yes, of course. Let me give you an instance. The same role I was doing in Nigeria, like an engineer role in, like I was an engineer in Etisalat, value-added services, network engineering. The same position, what I was making in Nigeria, if I resume, I say immediately I graduated from school, I resumed something similar. I was making like $5,000, and that was the minimum I could make at that time. At least weekly, I would make like $1,200 entry level. So there is high chances of like getting, like making better money for the same thing. Let's say a data analyst in Nigeria and a data analyst in Canada. Of course, a data analyst in Canada will make more than, although you have more bills to pay here. But at that, and quality of life again, you can't compare the quality of life. Yeah, you don't have to, your healthcare, good environment, security, electricity, all those things, you don't have to worry your head about it. Look at this slide that is on now. It's going to be on like this for the next maybe 50 years. These people have gone past that. You never have to worry yourself about, oh, this light is going to go off or it's going to go off. No, it's never going to happen. So those are those things, like, so you have high chances of getting a better job, a better paying jobs. So secondly is the education, better quality of education abroad. Of course, like schooling here, like the caliber of professors, the lecturers that are going to teach you, the international exposure in your class, you are going to be exposed to having to be in a class with smart kids from around the world. India, like when I was in school here, in my class, we have Indians, Ukrainian, Bangladesh, anywhere, just mention Iran, Saudi, everywhere. So, and that exposure is not what you can actually, it's like, you can just be here to just imagine how it is. You can test yourself, am I really smart? So when you're in class with people like that, from people from around the world, it's going to let you know that, oh, then I'm not dumb. And let's give it to our education in Nigeria. They are trying. There is no way, if you pass through Nigerian education system, you will never come. I've never seen any Nigerian students coming to Canada or anywhere in the world that will not fail, that will not be able to complete their course here. No. So you have to give that to the Nigerian education system. It's not as bad as we are making it look. It's even easier here because in Canada, you have internet 24/7. So they give you an assignment, you have internet to like consult and do your assignment. You have a lot of restriction. There is a lot of support, resources for you to use to excel as a student. So the education system, is just incomparable. If you did science courses like I did, if you go to the lab, you're like, wow, like one person to a computer, one person to an equipment to work with. So you're definitely going to learn. Unlike when I was in Nigeria, I did computer science in Nigeria. I was never taken to a computer lab to write program. Who is going to take it? Nobody. Everything we did has to be on paper to write program. How can you write a program on paper? No, it doesn't work that way because you can't test it on paper. You can't simulate it. Everything here, you have a place to simulate everything you are trying to build in a class, and you can simulate it in the lab, and you're going to see it working. So next reasons why Nigerians are living in Nigeria is career. Easier to advance their career abroad. Of course, it is easier to advance your career abroad. What did I mean by that? Okay, take for instance, in Canada, and this might be surprise a lot of people. In Canada, you don't have to actually, when you're applying for a job, they won't ask you for your certificate in most cases. You can write it on your resume that I have master's, I have PhD. By the time you're applying for a job, maybe on the day of interview, they are not going to ask you, say, let's see your paper. In most jobs, they won't ask you. What do they want to know? Can you do the job? That's what really matters today. So it is actually very, very easier to switch career in Canada. What did I mean? Like, it has happened to me. Like, I'm in a job. I got a job and I was like, oh, I think I can get another job that is going to pay me better. What did I have to do? I should just go online, start learning new skills. A lot of platform online, like Udemy, you can just buy course materials and start studying PMP, what's it called? CBAP, Certified Business Analyst Professional. All those certificate courses, you can just, like, by paying maybe $50, you can get into a class and start learning. And to be honest with you, those skill sets you learn in that class, if you are disciplined and you follow through, is enough to get you a job. And when I mean it's enough to get you a job, it's enough to get you high-paying job. Those skills, they are not going to ask you, oh, do you study project management in school? No, they don't care. They will still take you as far as you can take, especially the science field. Let's say you are an agile person, you're an agile, or you are into Scrum, or let's say you are a data analyst. They are going to ask you to put your hand to the keyboard. They're going to test you if you can do it. They give it to you. They don't even if, and you'll be surprised in the office, your boss that you're going to be reporting to doesn't even have college degree. They doesn't have university degree. You'll be surprised, and they are smart. They know what they are doing. So that is what this society promotes. So it is very, very easy to advance your career here. It is very, very easy. You can switch. You can get something better. If you continue to learn, you can do something better. So another reasons Nigerians are living in Nigeria is healthcare. Of course, this is very, very important to some of us, somebody like me, because what is healthcare? God forbid, nobody knows what might happen. You see this body we use to work every day, something might break down anytime. Nobody knows. And one thing in this country guarantee you is the healthcare. You can even see the insults we are getting as a Nigerian. Our president has been there for, like, let's say 7 years. I don't want to make this session political. I'm sorry if there's any supporter of Buhari here that will feel offended for what I'm saying right now. But our president, for just air infection, the next thing is going abroad, going to UK. That's an insult. So what happened to an ordinary man? So I don't want to put myself in such a situation. So that is another reason people want to live. People like me will live, like healthcare. In Canada, we have something that is called universal healthcare. Hello, somebody, can you mute? Who is that? Okay. So in Canada, we have something called universal healthcare. What is universal healthcare? Universal healthcare is you just need to have a card. Let me show you. Something like this. With this card, anywhere you go to, any sickness you have, any sickness you have, you can just go to the clinic. We have clinics. You go to your family doctor. If they have to refer you to the best hospital in Canada, they have to, if your case has to go there. So let me give you an instance. I have somebody I know in the Nigerian community here is a very rich man in Nigeria. When I mean very rich, very rich. is very, very rich, like relatively rich. So he came to Canada with his family before we came. So 6 years down the line, one of his organs started failing. Which one? Kidney started failing. So he was very, very sick. He became very, very sick. So luckily he's in Canada. So everything, all expense paid by the government. He didn't have to pay money from his pocket to see doctor, to see that, to do dialysis. So he has to be on dialysis for like 2 years or 3 years before he was able to see a donor that's going to donate another kidney to him. So I remember the day I visited him at the hospital, he told me one thing. I was like, Tunde, thank you so much for coming. So when we were talking, he told me, I just thank God for my destiny that I came to Canada. If I had been in Nigeria, maybe this thing would have consumed me. Because all this money that these people paid, that I didn't have to pay anything, I didn't even work here. I didn't even contribute because since I've been here, I shuttled between Nigeria and Canada. So, and they pay all this money, I didn't have to pay anything. This man is still alive now. He's doing very, very fine. They've done the kidney transplant. They've done many, many cases like that. I can tell you, like the healthcare, you get it free. And what type of healthcare? The type of hospital that our president in Nigeria is going to is the same hospital they're going to send me to if my case has to be to Toronto General. Let's say Toronto General Hospital now. It's one of the biggest hospitals here, University of Toronto General Teaching Hospital. They are not going to say, oh, Tunde is not rich. Tunde doesn't make so much money. No. They're going to say, if my doctor thinks that is where the specialist is, that's going to fix me, they are going to send me there. No discrimination, no nothing. So those are those things. So, and finally, the reason why people are leaving is the kids. Giving their kids dual citizenship. Not even dual citizenship alone. Let's say dual citizenship for the kids, but the education of your kids. I know a lot of people, many of the time people are going to call me that, please, can you still send me something? I want to pay my school fee, the school fee of my child. Normally going up for me in Nigeria, I went to Jakonde school. It used to be free education. The burden was not on our parents. The burden of raising a child shouldn't be on the children, on the parents. In Canada, and you can confirm anywhere, not only in Canada, even in United Kingdom and United States, education is free. And when I mean free, is absolutely free. My kids, they are soon going to be in now. They are in school. I don't pay a dime. And you need to see the environment. Sometimes when you go to the class and like, see their class, they have everything. Sometimes they even give them food, like snacks in the school. The only thing you just have to do is just dress your child up, send him to school. There's even free school bus. Like my first child, his school is a bit far away from our house. So the bus comes to pick him up. And all these things is just free of charge. What does the government want from you? Just you, the father and the mother, go and work, the tax to you. That's where the tax goes to. So these are the benefits. Like, there is no way. Like, you don't have to pay. You imagine having to send your child to school and you don't have to worry about. And again, how free it is. Even the pencil they use in class, I don't have to buy a pencil for my child. They provide everything in class. Just put your child food in the bag and send them out. Send them to school. That's all. So these are the reasons why, I think these are 6 reasons, like major reasons why people are leaving Nigeria. Nigerians are leaving Nigeria. So let me move to the next slide. 6 ways to migrate from Nigeria to Canada. I think, Mr. Pompey, will you allow people, if anybody needs question while I'm going, can they come in, or you want me to go through the slide to the end and then we do the question after my presentation? Pompey.
Yes, I'm with you.
So do you want, will you allow
if the question comes in?
Huh? Hello, sir.
Definitely, if the question comes, we can report you.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, so let me move to the next slide. So what are the 6 ways to migrate from Nigeria to Canada? Okay. The 6 ways is, the first one is PNP, which is Provincial Nominee Program. Provincial Nominee Program. So let me explain to you, what is province? Province is equivalent to a state in Nigeria. In America, because in Canada, we do parliamentary system of government. In Nigeria and the United States, Nigeria system of government is similar to that of the United States. presidential system of government. So here is parliamentary system of government. So the states here are called province. So each province has their own program, nominee program. Let me take, for instance, let me cite an example of Manitoba. Manitoba is a province in Canada. I think in Canada, we have like maybe 11 provinces in Canada. So Ontario, I live in Ontario, Manitoba, British Columbia, Calgary, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, like there are 11 of them. So I can't remember everything. So there are 11 or 12. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Don't quote me. So each province has their own program. Take, for instance, Manitoba. What are they doing? Manitoba allow people that are living there. Let's say my name is Babatunde Yusuf. I live in what's it called? In Manitoba. So I can actually nominate a member of my family to come to Canada. So let's say my brother, I can just say there is a document, I'm going to fill a form for him that I want the province. I'm working here, I'm paying my tax here. I want to help my brother to come to Canada. So I will now send it. There's a lot of process I have to go through. So finally, my brother has to write IELTS. But in that case, my brother doesn't have to score so high. If he scored maybe 5.5 or 6, it's fine. It's going to be in Canada. Not only him, with his family. If he has a family, if he has a wife and children, they are going to come together. So that's provincial nominee program. And some other province will do some like skill sets. Like they want to maybe take, for instance, some province, they are lacking in some skill set. Maybe they don't have a lot of computer scientists. They might just say, okay, we want to bring computer scientists from around the world, from India, from Nigeria, from Pakistan, from everywhere. So what do? They will just set some criteria and say, if you meet it, maybe they might say, okay, if you have like CCNP, so apply. We want more CCNP in Canada, people that have Cisco certification, or we want people that have Java. So that is the provincial nominee. So every province has their own. Even Ontario has their own. So that is provincial nominee program. So another one is startup visa. The startup visa is actually for entrepreneurs can apply the startup visa. So this is very, very expensive. This is very, very expensive. It's not actually, I know a couple of people that did it, but I won't, for confidentiality, I won't mention their name. Like when I mean people that they said this for are the people that actually maybe business people, very rich people, or people that stole money in Nigeria. Don't quote me, please. So people that stole money in Nigeria. I have a couple of them here, politicians, big Nigerian politicians that I know their family here. They make a lot of money in Nigeria. So how does this work? Government of Canada require you to send to invest in Canada. So maybe I think that the last time I checked, I think you have to maybe $250,000. So you bring $250,000 to Canadian economy. So if you do that, they give you your wife, your spouse, permanent residence straight. So you just come here as a landed immigrant. So, but that one is for very rich people. So investor, they call it investors class. So something like that. So another one is asylum. So asylum is Canada. Canada is, as you all know, Canada is a country that stands on justice and equity around the world. So Canada, what they're actually doing is like every country, anybody that is facing persecution in their country, Canada is ready to welcome you. Especially our present government, the Prime Minister. That is one thing is stand for, is fighting for, that anywhere you are around the world, if you are facing persecution, Canada is ready to welcome you. So maybe you are in your country, for instance, okay, let me give you an instance. A lot of Nigerians over the last 4 years or 3 years have actually make use of this system. It's been working for them, and which is fine. Like people that have issues in Nigeria, let's say, let me give you an instance. Let's say a gay. You know, there was a time in Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan make a law that if you are gay and you are caught that you are gay, you might go to 14 years in jail time, in prison, right? So that make the news. So people like that, if you are gay in Nigeria, let's say, take for instance, a Bobrisky, decide to move to Canada. So you can say that he's being victimized in Nigeria. They want to say they are like, so Nigeria is treating badly, they want to put him in jail. So automatically Canada is going to grant him asylum. They are going to give him permanent residence to live here. You might say he's facing persecution. A lot of other stories. So maybe there are some, I know people that have coming to Canada and into Canada by true political victimization. Look at somebody like Shore, for instance. He might say, okay, because he has been held in Abuja, he can't move out of Abuja for the past maybe 2 years. Buhari has just asked him to stay there. The law says he should stay there, he can't go to Lagos. So someone like that, if he's able to escape from, I'm just setting an example. So someone like that can just come into, if he's able to find himself in this land, automatically government of Canada are going to welcome him and say no, because that's what they say they are standing for. Anybody that is facing persecution anywhere you are in the world, you can come here and just started working here. They're going to give you people, they're going to support you initially, maybe for 1 year. When you start working, you are going to be a part of the society and you're going to contribute to the economy. So that's what they are doing. So they've done that. So if you see now, like right now that there is a war in Ukraine, the government of Canada recently announced that they are going to take as much as possible Ukrainian. Syria, they took Syria in. They took everywhere they are bringing people from around the world facing persecution, people that are facing war. Where there is war, they will relocate them back down to Canada. So another way, and which is the fastest and the easiest way, is the express entry. So express entry is actually, I'm still going to, there's another slide where I'm going to be explaining all these ways to you each. So express entry, I'm still going to go into details in later in this presentation. So another one is our student visa. So the student visa is studying is a valid path to permanent residency. Yes, like in my own case, which I'm going to be explaining later in this presentation, how to come as a student. We're still going to deal with that in another presentation, so don't worry. So the last one is family sponsorship. Allow for sponsorship of family members. Take, for instance, let's say as I'm in Canada now, let's say I'm not married and I have permanent residence or I have citizenship. So I can actually file for, let's say I now see somebody I want to marry in Nigeria, I can file for that person and bring them into Canada. It's my right as a citizen or as a permanent resident of Canada. I have the right to bring my family, to bring my spouse into Canada. So that is family, like they call it family reunification. So you can reunite the family. So if I have a child, let's say before I left Nigeria, I have a child, but I'm not with the mother, I can bring my child into Canada. A lot of my friends here, they've done it successfully. So, and again, another thing, you can actually also bring your parents into Canada. So there is something we call super visa. You can bring your parents, you can ask a citizen or it's a foreign resident, you can bring your parents into Canada. So you can bring your parents to Canada. So like when I came here, even as a student, I was able to bring my mom. I came to Canada in August and I was able to bring my mom in, I think, June of the following year. So within 10 months of being in Canada as a student, you can even apply. But that one is just visiting. My mom can come and visit me. So you can do that. But if you are a permanent resident, you can actually apply for a citizen. You can apply for super visa for them to come in and join you. So, and that allows them to be in Canada for 10 years legally. So that aside. So let's move to the next slide. So I just want to like to buttress what I've been saying. And I want people to tell me if it's true or false. So there are people who are naturally not fascinated about living abroad. They love their homeland and they are contented, especially if things are working for them. I've said this earlier. Some people, no matter what, they are not going to leave Nigeria. They are doing fine. They are doing very fine. Look at the CEO of PCV, Mr. Pompey. I know him doing fine. We used to work in Connoy. So people like that, some people just want to come to Canada or America or United Kingdom on vacation, and that's all. They want to be in Nigeria. There is nothing you want to tell them. It's like my former boss in the Salad. There is nothing you say. Even if you tell him that, oh, Mr. In Canada, on the street of Toronto, once you come here, you are going to pick money on the floor. He's going to tell you, like, I'm not going to Nigeria today. There are people like that, and it's fine to be like that. It's fine. We all cannot travel. And again, let's be honest with ourselves, not everybody will be able to make it down here. No. So some people are just going to be in Nigeria. And no matter what, even if you're going to be in Nigeria, your dreams are valid. If you put your mind to what you are doing, you can actually be successful and be prayerful. You can actually be successful. Everybody cannot travel. But if you want to travel, it's also okay. Like me, it's okay. That's what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. What you believe in doing, do it. It's worth it. Right now, to be honest with you, I'm closer to Nigeria than I'm closer to Canada. I want to come to Nigeria. I want to do stuff in Nigeria. I want to have a business in Nigeria. And that's my dream now. Because I was telling my wife the other day, the next phase of my life, what did I want to do? The reason why I came to Canada, I got it, which is the citizenship. So if I decide to live in Canada now, and 5 years I don't even come here, there is nothing. Anytime I decide to come back to Canada, I'll welcome home. That's what they're going to tell me from the airport. Welcome home. So I've achieved that. So what's the next thing in our life? What's the next thing we're going to be chasing now? Because for me, that's where I am. At every point in time, I have something I'm chasing. I have something I'm working towards. That's me. That's what keeps me going. Else I will be depressed. I want something that just like I wake up, I'm worried, I work towards my goals and my achievement. So let me move to the next slide. So, sorry. Okay, type of immigrant based on admission category. So there are actually 3 types of immigrant category, like the economic class, the sponsored by family, and the refugee. So let me break this down. So the economic class is, actually this slide is supposed to come before the previous slide, but it's okay. I'm going to explain. The economic, what's it called? The economic immigrants. Who are the economic immigrants? The people that are bringing money directly from Canada. That the government of Canada are not going to be like, they are bringing money directly. They are immigrants who have been selected for their ability to contribute to Canada economy directly. Yeah, who are they? Students. Students are coming to Canada to add to the economy of Canada. How? $16,000 is not a small money. Let me give you an instance. When I was in school here, my program is 1 year, $16,000. The local students in Canada pay $4,000. Like me now, if I have to do the same program again now, I'm going to be paying $4,000. But if you are coming from Nigeria, you're going to pay $16,000. So international students are adding value to this economy. And that is the fact. These people that are giving us visa, they know what they are doing. And again, let me explain this to you. This is their own concept here, why they are bringing people in. I left Nigeria. Every human being have three stages of their life. The 3 stages are, the number 1 stage is when you are born, between the age of when you are born 0 to 18 years old. The second stage, which I usually call the active stage. The active stage is from 18 to 65 till retirement. And the third stage is the retirement stage. From 65 till you pass the bucket, you go. So if you look at it, Canada, the people that are actually driving the economy are people in the active stage from 18 to 65 when you are working, like the age I am, like the age most of us are. But let me now give you an instance why Nigeria is getting it wrong. Nigeria will train you because, in all honesty, the school I went to in Nigeria, so some people will not like to hear this, they are subsidized. And I'm going to explain to you. If you attend a public university in Nigeria, that education is subsidized. I remember when I was in school in Nigeria, I used to pay $10,000 per year. But in all honesty, do you think that $10,000 like realistically is enough to run the school affair, pay the lecturers, do everything? No, government is subsidizing it. But Canada is doing the same thing. Every country of the world they are subsidizing education. But what are they doing? So the expectation from government is that, okay, we're going to raise you between the age of 0 till 18. Like in Canada, they are going to raise you, they're going to do everything for you, send you to school. They expect you that at age of 18, you're going to start working, right? When you start working, you are going to contribute to society. If you now multiply 18 to 65, it's like around 40 years of your life working actively to support the company. So they tax you so much. So when they tax you, those in that bracket, they tax you. So they use that money to raise the early stage, those children from 18, like my kids now, their school, I don't have to pay. It is tax that they take from people that are active that they used to run the school. And people in retirement, they take money from the middle, this active class to fund this. What is Nigeria getting this wrong? Like me, Nigeria raised me, and that's the truth. But my active stage, where am I using it? I'm using it in Canada. That's a loss to Nigeria. And it's not only me. In all honesty, to tell you how bad it is, in Toronto, we have ex-MTN boys. What does that mean? MTN staff, former MTN staff that left MTN to come to Canada. There are more than 100 in Toronto alone, not to talk of Manitoba. And these are brilliant guys. Ex-salad, we are here. we know ourselves. Like this, the one that I know more than 30. Those one that I know. The same thing with Airtel. These are people that are supposed to normally be contributing to the Nigerian economy.
MTN guys, they are more than 50, but they move to Manitoba.
Can you please mute that person, please? So these are the problem. So these are like, we have, like, I know some guys, like, you know, the big four, like Deloitte, PwC, Eastern Young, those big companies. I know guys, if you're able to get those jobs in Nigeria, you are brilliant, you are smart. I know a lot of them here. These are guys that are supposed to be contributing to Nigeria, but their active age, Nigeria has raised them, but their active age, they are using it to serve this country. Like me, I work a lot in Canada. Most of my friends, like some of my friends are in this online, like Bernard, Zacchaeus, they're going to be a witness to how much I work in this country. Double job. I was supposed to be using that to contribute to the Nigerian economy, but we are not. We left Nigeria invested, but we are. So Canada knows. So that's why if they want to, every, like extra century, they check your age. The age matters to them. They don't want to give people 50 years old Nigerians visa. No, they know you don't have nothing to contribute at 50 again, but 20, 30, oh, they want you here because they know when you come, you're going to work and contribute to them. They tax you. Last year alone, I paid like $20,000 in taxes. In taxes, 221 tax year. I pay like that, up to that. So these are the money they're using to fix road, to do electricity, to healthcare, everything. So let me not digress too much. So the economic immigrants. So, and again, students, extra century. So I explained this, like extra century, people that qualify for extra century, you have to be very, very smart to qualify for extra century. First of all, you have to score very high in IELTS. So out of 9, you have to score at least 7 or 8. No, not even 7, 8. But in all honesty, if you sit for IELTS and score 8, come on, you are smart. You are not even smart, you are very, very smart. So Canada knows. So these are those things that make one to qualify for extra century, like you're going to come in as a landed immigrant. So you have to have 3 years work experience. You have to have maybe masters. And you are not supposed to be up to 40. So you see they are smart. So there is no way somebody like that, if you come to Canada, you can't rely on the social system. You are going to work. They know that if you go up in Africa and you're able to train yourself very well, you're able to go to school, finish your school, got a job in Nigeria, write IELTS and pass, they know you're doing good. So they know definitely when you come in, you're going to contribute to society. They know. So, and these are the type of people they are trying to poach from Nigeria to come here. So another what's it called? The economic migrant. Another one is the business investments. So if you have $250,000 to bring to Canada, we are talking of like 100 million naira. Then you are rich. You are not going to come to Canada and rely on government. You are rich. You are bringing the money into their own economy. So that's what I mean by the economic immigrants. So immigrants who have been selected for their ability to contribute to Canada's economy. So the second one is the sponsored by family, people that are like immigrants who are sponsored by Canadian citizens or permanent residents. And that's another thing. The one that, so let's say I'm in Canada now and I have my fiancé in Nigeria. I'm not married and I want to bring a wife from Nigeria. Of course, they want to unite me because that's where my love is. And they want, if I have my wife here, my life is easier. So if and that's one thing Canada doesn't joke with. Like your parents, like if you apply for visa for your parents, it's your right. Like me, if I apply for visa for my parents, it's my right to get it. If I tell them I'm not married and I'm a permanent resident or a citizen, it is my right to bring my spouse into Canada. Even if they refuse the visa, I can sue them. So if I tell them I have a child in Nigeria, it is my right to bring my child to Canada. So those things, like, they have nothing to do on those. So they're sponsored by family. So the refugee, so immigrant granted permanent resident status on the basis of a well-funded fear of returning to their home country. I've explained this earlier. People that are facing persecution in their country, Canada promised to bring them in. However, they can't bring everybody. Let's be honest with ourselves. It is still people that are able to get a visa. maybe through the United States, they have to jump the border and come in, or come in directly to Canada and go and tell them, oh, please, I need help. So those are those people. They will technically not come to a country like Nigeria and start picking people. Because if they come to Canada, Nigeria, for instance, and say, oh, okay, who is facing persecution? Probably 90% of Nigeria are going to say, I'm facing persecution, I want to go. So it's tough, except we are in war, and I pray we are never going to be in war. So like country like Ukraine, now that one is glaring, they go there and pick them. Syria, they went to Syria to pick Syrians. There was a time they went to Somalia to pick Somalia. That's why we have a lot of Somalia in Toronto. So, sorry. So let me move to the next slide. So easiest way to migrate. So I've explained this one. I think I've explained this one, just like a repetition. So let me just read through it. So the number one, so SS entry, over the next 2 years, Canada plan to invite over 240,000 newcomers through SS entry. Yeah, that's true. So the government of Canada, headed by our Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, plan to bring in a lot of people, but this promise they make, they have not been able to live up to it. And why? Because of COVID. I think since 2020, December or somewhere in 2020, they stopped doing draw. The way SS entry work is they do a draw. What did I mean by a draw? There is a point-based system. I'm still going to go in another slide, which I'm going to explain how SS entry works. But Canada plan to bring like 240 people into the country, but they have not been able to do that because of COVID. There is a lot of issue with them. They are also dealing with locally that they didn't have time to actually even do the draw. So they are not bringing in new people through SS entry. That is why right now, student route is the best option for everybody. They are giving student visa so bad. A lot of people are getting the visa right now. So if you want to do it, this is the right time to do it. So the second one is PMP. I've explained that earlier. The business, I've explained this also. The government offer immigrant. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. So sponsorship and study. I've explained all this. Let's leave this slide. So my own journey to studentship. So when I came here, I came I came on a student visa. So there is a 1 second, sir, please. Okay. There is a process and requirement for you to jump. These are the steps you have to take to get your citizenship. So there is a process and requirement in place on every stage for you to move, for you to transit from one stage to another stage. So take, for instance, when I came to Canada, I studied. I finished. Yeah, it is expected that you finish your school. Let's say you tell them you want to come and do your master's or you want to come and do your postgraduate. It is expected that you finish your school. So once you finish your school, you are going to apply to the CIC. Citizenship, we call it as Citizenship and Immigration Canada, the government body that handles anything migration and stuff. So you apply for temporary resident permit. So if you study, take for instance, if you study for 1 year, so they promise to give you, you are qualified to get 1 year postgraduate work permit. But if you do a 2 years program, they are going to give you 3 years postgraduate work permit. So 1 year you get 1 year post-graduation work permit. So the work permit allow you to work like everybody. You can work 4 hours. You can even work 100 hours. It's your problem. If you have your way, do it, make your money. So it's a way to say they want you to contribute to society, have a feel of this Canadian economy. You spend your money in Canada, then they want you to make the money and also use it to contribute to the society in one way. So you apply. So when I finish my, what's it called? When I finish my program, I apply for postgraduate work permit. So I did a 1 year program. So it was a risk I took, but I don't have money to pay for the second year. If I have to pay for the second year, it's actually like another $16,000. Where will I get that money? I only have $16,000. So I took a risk. Immediately I finished my program. I applied for the postgraduate work permit. So I was able to get, luckily I was able to get a job immediately after, like, I worked for 1 year. So when you work for 1 year, so you now apply for permanent residency. How does that work? So the same way people in Nigeria are applying through SS Entry, you're also going to apply on the SS Entry portal. The same thing. You're going to do the same thing. However, you stand a better chance of being picked in the pool than somebody in Nigeria. And I'm going to explain to you why. As I explained earlier, that the SS Entry is a point-based system that got people. So it's a point-based system. So for everything, let's say you score you score, let's say in IELTS, you score 8 out of 9. So you might have 40. Somebody that scores 6, let me get a pen, sorry. Okay. So somebody that got 6 might get 30. Somebody that got 5 might get 20. So all those, so if you have masters, you might get 80 points. Somebody that has PhD might get 100 points. So so it's a point-based system. So they now accumulate all these points together to give you a holistic point that you're going to have. So usually the points people need, as on the last draw they did, I think it's 470 or 460. During my own, it was 450. So I have 470 to qualify when they gave me invitation to apply for permanent residence. So but somebody that was already in Canada, you're going to have more points than people coming from Nigeria. How do you get the point? There are some questions in this. There's something we call CRS calculator, comprehensive ranking system, CRS calculator. So you can actually use the calculator. You can Google all these things I'm talking about. So you can actually use the comprehensive ranking system to be able to know where you are. So what did I mean? Like people like me, I was already in Canada. I'm applying within Canada. I'm already in Canada and I'm applying to get a permanent resident. I want to move from temporary work visa, postgraduate work visa to permanent residency. So what did I have to do? I have to, so I already got a job in Canada. Don't forget I said I've gotten a job and I work 1 year full time. So that might even give me automatic 50 marks, 50 points. Somebody in Nigeria that is coming from Nigeria will not get that because he has not worked, he has not been to Canada, he has not worked here. Secondly, education in Canada. I've schooled in Canada and I've finished my study. So that might give me another 50 points. So automatically, by the virtue of being in Canada, living here, I've already gotten like 100 points that I'm bringing on board. So even if I went to write IELTS, I don't have to score 9.9. I don't have to score 8.8. If I score 7, I'm fine. I will still have more points than people coming from Nigeria. So what they're actually doing, I remember before it was not used to be, they have to do some changes when this new prime minister came in, that they want to absorb more students because they realize that when students finish school, there is no pathway to citizenship for them. So some people will finish school in Canada and they go back home. They see that loophole, like, no, we should not allow this. These people are people that are still in Canada already know the culture, they already know the value, they know the system. So it's not good for us to now not create a path for them to transit to, let's say, Pompey if they want to stay. So that's how they make it easy. I remember, I forgot the first minister for immigration then. It's a white guy. It was what I actually fought for it at the parliament, that no, let's convert all these students to permanent residents. So we are lucky, our set was lucky. People that came 2014, 2015, 16, we got unlocked. So during our time, they changed the system to be able to absorb us. So it was easy for us. So most of my friends, I have them here, Bernard, a lot of my friends, we are able to get our PR easily. You just have to go and write your IELTS. You have to do your ECA. What is ECA? Education Credential Assessment. You have to assess your, so there is a body that is doing that here. It is called WES, World Education Service, and there are also some other body, but WES is the most popular. So they're going to assess your credentials. You're going to pay some money here to them here. So you're going to send a copy of your academic transcripts. Let's say, for instance, you went to LASU. So you're going to send your academic transcripts, LASU, to them. So they are now going to talk to LASU to now confirm that is it true that Babatunde Yusuf came to this school. Once they are able to confirm and they talk to each other, they're now going to issue you an equivalent certificate here that means that, okay, your bachelor that you claim you have in Nigeria or in India or anywhere is equivalent to a Canadian bachelor degree. So for you to be able to get a point. So that's how that works. So if you apply, so once you get your permanent resident, you are good. So that's how I was able to do it. So I was able to get my permanent resident after. So, and when you get a permanent resident, you have every right, like everybody, like the citizens, like even citizens, you have the same right with them. But the only thing you cannot do is that you cannot have Canadian passport and you cannot vote in an election. Every other thing you can do it. You can buy a house, you can do everything, like virtually everything you can do with a citizen, but you can't vote in an election and you can't travel with Canadian passports. So you are still going to be using your home country passport, but you're going to have a PR card. So move on, so you can do everything. So let me move to the next slide. So this is me in 2015. I took this, what's it called? I took this picture in Petro Canada. Petro Canada is one of the major petroleum marketing company. So where we buy our gas, like petrol, let me not call it gas, petrol. It was when I came here, they call it gas. In Nigeria, we call it fuel. So where we buy fuel to our car. So I was at a fuel station, I took this picture, and this is me on the day of my oath taking ceremony on the 24th of March, which is last month. So let me move to the next slide. Okay, so the exchange rate between 2015 and 2019, and I pray, and I actually pay, because in all honesty, a lot of Nigerians that are here, they are always happy anytime the Naira fall against the dollar, but that's not me. And in all honesty, that's not me. God sees my heart. Anytime the Naira fall against the dollar, it's always bad for me. It gives me sleepless night, because I know the more the dollar falls, Nigeria is a country that relies so much on dollar. Most of the things Nigerian consume is imported goods. So, and those trades are done in dollars. So if the Naira is falling against the dollar, it's going to cause automatic inflation in Nigeria. Because as a businessman, if I import iPhone, let's say this iPhone, for instance, I bought it for, let's say it's $1,000. When the exchange rate is when the exchange rate used to be let's say 200, let's say US dollar is 200 Naira to 200 Naira to one US dollars. So that means a Nigerian is going to be paying 200,000 Naira to buy this for $1,000. But right now it's 460. That means Nigerians have to bring out 460,000 Naira to buy this phone. Now imagine imported food, imported, everything. Cars are going to, price of cars is going to go up, everything. So I'm never happy. So look at when I came into Canada, one Canadian dollar used to be 130 or even 120. I'm not really sure, 130. But today it's 460 in the market. That's how bad it has been. And it's so sad. It's so bad. Like, we can't continue this way. Honestly, we can't continue. There has to be something that needs to be done in Nigeria. We can never continue. It's not even realistic. It's not even feasible. We can't continue to be like this. And I don't want to go political. Nobody is taking responsibility for all this. The president still believes that they are doing the best. They are doing the best. It can't continue this way. We have to address all these issues. And unfortunately, the people that are governing Nigeria, they are not patriotic. That's what I just see. They don't really love that country. But if you love that country, there is no way you're going to allow all these things to happen. So let me move on. Let me not go political, because I can be very, very political at times. I don't want to divert people's attention. So, okay. So for people that are willing to apply for study permits in Canada, if you want to come and study in Canada, let me just run you through these steps. So the first, 1 second. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. I wrote something down here. Okay, that's fine. So the first of those steps is, can you see my screen? Hello?
We can see.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. So coming to Canada, 1 second. Okay, so the first thing, if you are coming, like in my own case, for instance, so if you are coming to Canada, you want to come and study, you have the plan of coming to Canada to study, the first thing is the requirements. The first step is the requirement. You get your requirement right. What is the requirement? Look through the schools, go online, Google, be informed as much as possible. And that's one problem I have with people. I tell people, to be honest, everybody that have made it down to Canada, they have the dream of coming to Canada or the United States of America or Canada or anywhere in the world. They have that dream and realize it. It doesn't usually happen by accident. And I have to be honest with us. It's through hard work, disappointment, failure, people that doesn't relent. So if you are ready to put in the work, and I always expect people like, listen, it is okay. There are some people, a lot of people call me online. Tunde, please, I want to come to Canada. I want to come to, but when I started talking to them, there are some people, when I start talking to them, I'm impressed. I want to work with them because I know they have actually helped themselves. They have the right information. They are not going to come and ask me, Tunde, what is IELTS? If you want to come to Canada, there are some basic things you just need to have known. And this information is easy to get just on your phone. If you are coming here, limit the, when you have data, Limit watching skits on Instagram, Facebook. It's okay to smile. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be happy. But that data, divide it into two, put some into like Google. Go to Netherlands. I know some friend that a family came here to Canada some time ago. We were talking. So we are talking about how do you come to Canada? How do you make it down here? The lady and the husband was telling me that we have to be living on Netherlands. I said, what do you mean? They say, today, we are on Netherlands. Everything, like any process, because people are going to come on Ireland to share what their experience, what is it like. So they learn from that. Every day, that's what they do. So that's what I always said. If you are ready to put in the work, it's doable. You don't even need to have all the money. And I guarantee you, you don't need to have the money. You just have to have the zeal and be ready to do it, to put in the work and say, I want to get this thing done, I'm going to do it. By prayer, because everything is still prayer. So in all honesty, so I know we might have some atheists here that doesn't believe in God or prayer, but me, I believe in prayer. If you put in prayer and put in the hard work, definitely you might fail this year, second year, third year, but definitely you're going to get it done. I can guarantee you. It's okay if you don't have money. You can still make it. And I always tell people, look at my own case. I don't have money when I started, but the opportunity came and I was able to identify opportunity delay now. And I use it and it worked. So, and let's use that same thing on everything we want to do. If you have a dream, if you have an ambition, don't always look for excuses. Because I don't have this one, I can't do this. No. Forget about that. Just keep moving, keep pushing. If you want, even if you want to have a business in Nigeria, work towards it. Work, put in the work. God will favor you one day. I believe that. And you back it up with prayer. The opportunity, something will just come and help you. I believe so much in that. I believe so. It has worked for me, and I believe it's going to work for everybody. It's one thing that I've done for myself that, like, oh, listen, I'm going to put in the work also and make myself available, and it's going to happen. So if you are going to start this, the first thing is to know the requirements, understanding the requirement for school and the courses they offer. So check schools, check around. There are different schools. Do you want to live in Ontario? Do you want to live in Manitoba? Do you want to live in Saskatchewan? Do you want to live in British Columbia? Do you want to live in Nova Scotia? Do you want to live in Check very well. To be honest with you, it is possible. I was telling somebody, Google your way to success. Google your way to success. In all honesty, there is a lot of information online that is waiting for you to come and just tap it. Just read up. The more informed you are, the better your life. It's going to change you. So you can actually Google your way to success. And I always say it. You can Google your way to success. Check online. Go online. Push towards it. Ask questions. It's okay. So it is always easy when you're coming to me. If you are a little bit informed, you know what you want to do. So it's easy. I can guide you easily. I say, oh, boss, I was trying to apply for one school. This school is in Manitoba, and I've done it. Oh, that's fine. Oh, that's good. But some people will just come here and say, there are some questions that we ask me like, oh my God, where will I start to explain to this person? It's always difficult, like, where will I start? How will I start explaining? This person has not even done anything. All the basic question is asking me, like, you're not a baby. I can't be explaining everything ABC to you. No. So first of all, you successfully applying to the Canadian Education Institution require an understanding of different requirements for school and the courses they offer. You have to understand the schools and the courses they offer. The second one, let me move on. The second one is choose your courses, your course and institution, and note that only DLIs can admit foreign students. Yes. DLI. What is DLI? I forgot the full meaning. Let me see. 1 second, please. Okay. DLI means Distant Learning Institute. I think that is what it means. So what does DLI mean? There are a lot of schools in Canada, but not every school can take international students. There are sometimes people will call me and say, I got admission in this school. No, that school will not, you just waste your money. You can't use that school to apply for, what's it called? For study permit. You can't. The embassy is not going to grant a visa because there are some schools that has been accredited, that has been like approved to take in international students. There is standard. Let me give you an instance in Nigeria. I don't know, it's been long I left Nigeria, so I'm not so familiar. You see that there are some local university in Nigeria or polytechnic colleges on our street. So they have the same thing here. Somebody will take a like maybe 5-shop office and say he has a university, you get approval from government. Canada government will go to approve it too. But IRCC will not approve that school. It's not standard. So, and those schools, you can actually go online and see, this school is in Toronto. You see all those funny names. I forgot one name that it escaped my mind. I want to mention name. One is in Toronto here. Yes, Canada College of Clinical. Very fine name. You think it's a regular school, but it's not. If you have got admission from that school, you can't get anything. And those guys know what they are doing. Some of them are the owners of those schools. Some are Indians. I even know one that is owned by a Nigerian. I don't want to mention name. They give you admission. You can't use it to apply for visa. They're going to bounce you back. So you have to make sure the school you're applying to is a DLI school. So the third step, take language proficiency test to successfully gain entry into Canada. Okay, which is the IELTS? In all honesty, not every school require you. Most schools doesn't require Nigerians because they believe we are English speaking. We are taught in English, so they don't expect us to do IELTS to come and study in Canada. Although some schools require it, but most schools doesn't actually require Nigerians to do IELTS, sit for IELTS before they come to Canada. You come in first, then if you want to do your permanent residence, then you will now have to write IELTS. Like in my own case, I didn't write IELTS before leaving Nigeria, but when I came here, I have to write IELTS for me to get my permanent residence. So that is how that works. So the fourth one is apply to schools. So apply to school. Now it's time to contact your shortlist of university, obtain the application packs, and submit them well in advance. So having the choice of applying to a dozen of schools can be advantageous, but you will have to consider application fee, which varies from $100 to $250. So you can actually apply to a couple of schools. However, don't forget that there is something they call application fee, and that application fee is not refundable. You're not getting it back. So if you apply, you can't get that money back. So that is why it's always better. We always advise people apply for one school or two so that you don't waste so much money. So if you're able to get it, then you're fine. So once you apply for school, the next step is so once you get your admission, then it's time, the main one, this is the main one, the cocoa. This is the cocoa, apply for a study permit. This is your pass to Canada. Even you might have admission and not get visa. So this is like visa, apply for visa. So apply for a study permit. You might have this one. You might have admission and not get into Canada. So you have to apply for a study permit. So now that you have an institution ready to admit you, it is time to apply for the Canada study permit. You can apply online or visit your local visa application center. So your application must be accompanied by the acceptance letter received in the previous step. Your passport and documentary proof that you have adequate finances to study in Canada. So this is very critical, and this is where a lot of people get it wrong. If you're able to escape this stage, you are good. You are on your way to citizenship, to be honest with you. This is the most difficult of them all, getting the visa to leave Nigeria. Immediately, once you are here, if you follow the law, if you follow the law, if you follow the process, if you follow the protocol, if you behave yourself, you are going to get everything. And I always tell people, once they come into Canada, I tell you, welcome to prosperity. You're going to be fine. Everything, the ball is in your court. If you want to be fine, you're going to be fine. Don't misbehave. Don't go against the law. Follow their law. Work, contribute, be orderly, then you're going to be fine. So if you are applying for study permit, so this one is very critical.
All right. Mr. Yusuf.
Okay.
Mr. Yusuf. Yeah,
hello.
Thank you. That has been a very good one. I want us to move because of our time schedule. Just let us move to the affordable college in Canada that they can
okay. You know what? Let me run it fast because I have to talk this here.
And the international studies while we move further because of the time schedule. Let's just move. The slide will be available. They will send the slide to them. We are working with time. That's right. Because
you know what? Okay, I'm going to make it very fast.
That's what I'm saying. Because of time schedule. Because what you have a lot of things to still tell us from the slide. And if we are going this way, thank you. All right.
Okay. So,
thank you.
I'm going to make it very fast and very quick. Every slide, maybe 2-3 minutes to just run through it. So if you have questions, my contact is there. You can reach out to me. That's fine. So I'm ready to welcome anybody. I can drop my number on WhatsApp. You can message me. But however, if you message me, please don't take it too personal. You might message me. It might take me like maybe 4 or 5 hours to reply. Maybe due to the time difference, just be patient. I'm going to attend to everybody. So this one is the most critical part. So you have to show them that you have finances. A lot of documents you have to do. You have to do your clearance. You have to pass medical. You have to do police. I remember I went to Alagbon then to do my police clearance that I'm not a criminal in Nigeria. So those things you have to do it. So so the next one, so once you got the permit, then you travel, then you study. So travel, if accepted, it is now time to start planning your travel to Canada, which is buy your ticket and then coming to Canada. So then you come here, you start your study, you go to school, be well behaved, listen to your lecturers, listen to your professors, be orderly, explore as much as possible. You're going to meet people from different parts of the world, explore very well, network, connect with people. So these are those people that are going to be there for you after your graduation in Canada. You're going to be like, they are your community, they are your friends once you finish. So let me move to the next. Mr. Pompey, I'm sorry. So, okay, sorry. Okay, let me leave this one. Let me leave this one. Okay, so DLI was saying, so Designated Learning Institute. So a DLI is a school that admits international students. A letter of association from a DLI is essential to obtaining the Canadian study permit. So if you want to come to Canada to study at the post-secondary level, make sure that your school and program of study is on this list of Canadian DLIs. So there is a list you can actually go online to see. So if you are, let's say you have a school in mind you want to apply to, go and check if they have DLI. It's easy, just go and Google, you're going to see that. So if you want to stay in Canada after your graduate, make sure to select the DLI that will allow you to qualify for postgraduate work permit. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so 10 affordable college in Canada for postgraduate study. So let me make this clear to people. There are two reasons. We have to be honest with ourselves when coming to Canada. And what did I mean? Like, why do you want to come here? Because some people, when they have masters, I will ask them, apply for college. They say, college, but I have masters now. I say, it doesn't really matter. If your goal is to just come to Canada, you just want to jackpot, college is the easiest way to come here. But if you want to be in academics, it's okay. You can say, I have to go to university. If you want to be in academic, maybe you want to be a lecturer later in the future, you want to do masters, to do your PhD, then you can say university. But if you actually just want to come to Canada easily, college is your best bet. Why? It's cheaper and it's faster. 1 year, and even I attended a college, Engr College, one of the biggest in Toronto. So, and to be honest with you, people that I came into this country with that came for masters, I got my citizenship and my PR before them. And a lot of my friends, that's how it is. We all went to a college and we're fine. And in Canada, they don't, when it comes to job, they don't discriminate university, college like they do in Nigeria. No, they don't do that here. It's the same. As far as you can do the job, they are going to give the job to you. So what are the colleges that are cheaper? Like we have Confederation College in Ontario. So this one will charge you for tuition here for a year. It's going to be like $11,000. Bow Valley, I'm going to run through this fast. So this slide is going to be available for people. We're going to share it with you. You can go through it. So I don't have to spend too much time here. So Bow Valley College is in Alberta, between 8,000 and 10,000 Canadian dollars. You can study a 1-year program. And 1-year program is enough for you, in all honesty. There is a way around it. I did a 1-year program and here, everything is sorted now. So I did a 1-year program. So Niagara College in Ontario, with this one, with $12,000, with 12,000 Canadian dollars, you can do a 1-year program. Loyalist College, Ontario, so $13,000. Selkirk College in British Columbia, $11,000. Fanshawe College, Ontario, $13,000. Like Vanier College, this one is in Quebec. But I won't advise anybody to actually go to Quebec because Quebec, you need to learn French. So it's a bit difficult. So it's always better if you're coming to Canada, go to where they speak only English. Quebec, they expect you to know French. If you don't know French, you might struggle a little bit. So New Brunswick Community College, NBCC, $7,000 Canadian dollars. I think it's the cheapest on this list. So Camosun College is in British Columbia. British Columbia is is the most beautiful part of Canada, the most beautiful province in Canada, but it's very expensive to live in. It's more even expensive than Ontario. So $7,000 College. Ledbury College is in Alberta, 8,000 to collect. Lethbridge is a big, there are a lot of Nigerians in Lethbridge as well. So that I just want you to know, if you want to choose Lethbridge, it's a very, very good option. You're going to see a big Nigerian community in Lethbridge. So let me move to the next slide. So top 10 affordable university in Canada for international students. So we're breaking it down. So University of Northern British Columbia, for those that want to do masters, if you want to do master early, that's fine. But that college, going to college, most college, they don't do masters. So you can only do postgraduate there. You can do your bachelor's there and do postgraduate. They don't do masters. You have to go to, if you want to do have masters, you have to go to the university. That's the difference. So for the university top 10, University of Northern British Columbia, Prince George is in Prince George, British Columbia. So with $11,000, you can actually do your masters there. So University of Saskatchewan is in Saskatchewan. So you can, with $10,000, you're fine. You can do your masters. So Memorial University, and everything I'm saying there, yeah, it's just like minimum. Some courses are more, it depends on the course you want to do. So don't quote me. Just the range of what you actually need to get a program there. That's what I'm saying. So don't quote this thing is not, that's not how you're going to meet it there. So this just is a disclaimer. Is not like 100%, but the range of what is expected to pay to get those programs completed. So Memorial University of Newfoundland, St. John, Newfoundland, between 8,000 and 10,000 Canadian dollars, you can get your program done. University of New Brunswick, Fredericton, New Brunswick, $14,000. Canadian Mennonite University, Manitoba. This one is in Manitoba, if you want to go to Manitoba. And again, Manitoba also has a large number of Nigerians. That's one place you want to go to. It's easy. If you go to Manitoba, you have a lot of people that are going to support you, like Nigeria, the large Nigerian community. So University of Winnipeg, this is also in Manitoba, 10,000. My friend actually went to that school. So 10,000 to 13,000 Canadian dollars. University of St. Paul, Ottawa. This one is Ottawa is in Ontario. Ottawa is actually the capital of Canada. That is where we have the Parliament of Canada, like the House of Assembly. That's where we have it, is in Ottawa. So $12,000. University of Prince Edward Island, PEI, $12,000. Brandon University is in Manitoba, $10,000. Simon Fraser University, British Columbia, between $11,000 and $7,000. So let me move to the next one. So a wise man once said, Professor Wole Soyinka said, "It is the human potential that interests me. I travel everywhere, and everywhere I go, I am amazed at the presence of Nigerians, the intelligence, the integrity, the productivity, and the initiative." That is our people for you. Nigerians are so resourceful. Nigerians are really doing fine, because you can't survive Nigeria and come here and mess up. You can't just mess up. It's not, you can't just mess up. You can't just mess up. So Nigerians, we are resourceful. We are doing very fine. You'll be amazed. Like where I live in Brampton, Ontario. A lot of Nigerians have property here. A lot of Nigerians are here doing fine. The best job. Nigerian will come here. Most of our people are in IT, tech, nurse, doctors. We are doing fine. So that is who we are. We are giants. It's just that unfortunately our government are just bringing us down. But if we find ourselves out of Nigeria, we do fine. We excel. You're going to excel. The chances of you excelling if you come here is just like 95%. You're going to be fine. You're going to be better than you left. That's my own opinion anyway. So cost of immigration 2022. So if you're applying for, I think this is for PR, if you're applying for PR, but I don't think we really need this. So I will share this with you because it's just for me to just read it to you. So I will just share this with you. We have some other, because of time, let's skip this. Let's move to the next one. So you can we're going to share this slide with you so you can read all this thing. So cost of processing PR. So in Naira, how much you need to spend, these are the money. So okay, so cost of Canadian study permit. So this one, I don't really need to run through it. I just have to read it to people so it doesn't worth it. So let's go to the next one. We still have some other things to do. Okay, so what happened after your studies are completed? So I think I've explained this also. So what happened? Here comes your pathway to citizenship, where you transition from postgraduate work permit, final residency, then to citizenship. If you are ready to do all that is required and follow the law. So you still have to follow the law and do all that is required. You have to do your credential evaluation. You have to take the IELTS. You have to work. You have to do everything that is expected of you. So Canada federal government converts international graduate as ideal permanent resident. Yeah, they want international students, they believe we are resourceful. They believe we are going to add to the economy. So when you come in, they don't want you to go back. So that's Canada for you. If you come here to study, Canada doesn't want you to go back. They see you as part of them. So immediately you get a study permit from Nigeria, they will see you as part of them. So they don't want you, technically, they don't want you to go back. They are young. They believe the international students are young. They have knowledge of the culture, are proficient in language because you are already speaking with them here. You have gone to school, you are fine. So, and have Canadian qualification and also work experience. So you have work here. So after graduation, Canada provided work permit allows them to begin their career here. Yes. So Canada is essentially 10 steps to your dreamland. So I will run through, I will be very, very fast with this one. So step one, finding your knock. So there is something we call knock. So if you are applying, every job you do as a category, as a classification in Canada, let's say, so we have category O, A, B, C, something like that. It's been long I did it, but I know there is something we call knock. Yeah, we call it knock. So you have to look for where you knock, where you belong in the system. Let's say right now you're an accountant. So you have to just, before you apply for permanent SSN entry, you just have to go and know where accountant job description, based on your job description, you have to know where you actually fall. Most of the job you do in Nigeria, a professional job, always definitely going to have a category, a classification. You just have to know that class where you belong, then you put it while you're applying for your permanent residence, right, through the SSN entry portal. So getting your education credential assessment, I've explained this, you have to do the evaluation of your certificate by sending your transcript to WES. They evaluate it and they give you a new certificate in Canada. So taking your English or language proficiency test, IELTS. So you do your IELTS. That's one. That's three. Checking your eligibility to SSN. You have to check if you are eligible. And the fifth one, calculate your comprehensive ranking system score. I've explained this. You can just write it down, please. Take a note. So after this, you can just go and see CRS score. So comprehensive ranking system. You can go and Google comprehensive ranking system, CRS calculator. That's all you need. So in that CRS calculator, put in it's going to ask, it's like a questionnaire. It's going to mimic the real life for you. So it's going to tell you, let's say your name, your age, it's going to ask you all those questions. And at the end of it, it's going to now populate your map. So that is going to tell you where you actually belong. So let's say now the last draw was 450. And you know, when you did your own, it scored you 400. Then you know you are still 50 points to go. So you have to go and know that, okay, maybe you have to up your game in the IELTS. Maybe initially you score 7. You want to go and write IELTS again and score maybe 9. Then that is going to increase your mark up. So the next one is getting into the SSNG pool. So once you have everything that is required down, so you can now go to the pool. You fill your, like the live platform, you fill your form, you submit it, it's there. So anytime they do the draw, if you have enough points, they are going to send you what is called invitation to apply. We call it ITA. They're going to send you ITA, invitation to apply for permanent residence. What that means is once they ask you to send that ITA, then you're not going to submit everything you put in the form that you fill. You're not going to say, okay, bring everything. So you're not going to bring everything original, you're going to scan it to them. So then after that, they are going to give you what is called, okay, receive an ITA, your document checklist is and advice from acknowledge of received to passport request. So now they are going to give you acknowledge of receipt. Once they receive it, when they approve you, so they are going to request for your passport. And they are going to give you what you call COPR. After your passport has been issued, they're going to give what you call COPR. COPR is confirmation of permanent residence. That they confirm that you're permanent resident of Canada. What? Don't forget that at this time you are still in Nigeria. So from Nigeria, you're going to get your COPR and this passport with that of your spouse and your family, and you're coming to Canada as a landed immigrant. So, and you only required to stay in Canada for 3 years to apply for citizenship after this. So let me move to the next. Oh, is that all? Oh, we have got it to the end. So that is how it works. So and you land in Canada, you become a permanent resident. So you're good. So migration to Canada, do it yourself. You can actually do it yourself. As I always say, Google your way to success. Google your way to success. It's possible, it's doable. Thank you, everybody. I think at this point, I'm going to leave. My kids are here. If I forget, I'm doing a presentation. You want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Say hi. Okay, this is my second. Oh, okay, let them see you. Say hi.
Hi.
All right.
Okay, go.
Mr. Yusuf, Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a very insightful one, very deep. And I have some questions that's been waiting. What they were asking is how much someone is asking how much you need to have your account before you can get admission to come to Canada.
How much do you need to have in your account to come to Canada, right?
Yes, please.
And okay. The way it works is this. So it is expected that if you're applying for Canada for study visa, so the school, let's assume the school fee is $10,000 Canadian dollars. So you don't have to be the one that have the money. You need to, you might decide to use a sponsor. Who is a sponsor? Your brother can be your sponsor. Anybody can be your sponsor. As far as they are able to write a letter for you and give them give you their bank statement. So let's say your school fee is $10,000, and let's say you have paid $5,000 or $4,000 before while you apply for visa and you got it. So they expect you pay $4,000. So you have to show them that the balance of $6,000 is in your account, or if it's not in your account, is in your sponsor's account. And there is something we call the what's it called? The living expenses. So they expect that if you are doing a 1 year course, they might do it like there's a table they used to populate it. Like maybe the cost of living every month is $1,000. Maybe your house rent $500, your food grocery allowance, food allowance, maybe $200. So all this money, so they are not going to calculate it for, let's say, for the entirety of your program. Let's say your program is 1 year. So let's say every month is $1,000. So $1,000 multiplied by 12, that's $12,000. So you have to show that $12,000 and $6,000 is somewhere in an account showing them. So you have to work around it. People can call me. I will teach you how to go about this. It's not that difficult. It's not that very difficult. You can always get people to put money in your account. They call it proof of fund. You just have to show proof of fund that it's fund somewhere. You don't need to pay everything. You just have to show them there is a proof of fund somewhere and somebody is there to support you. They are going to write a letter. There is a template for all these things. So we have people that does this, that have those documents. We can share it with you after this section. So you just proof of fund. You have to show that there is fund somewhere. So I think I've answered that question. Next question. Hello?
Please, you are raising up your hand. Can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Sorry, I think I sent my question on the chat already.
While we're still waiting, she raised up her hand, and I believe she wanted to ask a question. Okay, all right. So far we've registered, the slide will be sent to you, and they'll get the recording on our website, on YouTube. You can listen to it over and over again. Thank you very much for that. The next question is, they're asking, would they pay NHS? I think it's trying to talk about the insurance. They said, are you going to pay for insurance?
Oh, no, okay.
That's what it means.
I think it's only Canada that does that. Okay, no, we don't do that here. Canada doesn't do that. That is UK. That is applicable to United Kingdom. First of all, we don't even have anything called NHS here. So we don't have any cases. So you don't have to do that. I understand they do that in UK. For that of UK, if you're applying to study in UK, you have to pay those on board. In Canada, the only thing you need to do is medicals. So that medicals, then during my own time, I think it was $30,000. I did it in one. There are some accredited hospital in Ikoyi. I did mine in Ikoyi. It's just $30,000. You're going to do hepatitis A, hepatitis B tests, and HIV, all those basic tests. You're going to do it. Once you pass, you're good. So you are not expected to pay any NHS. So you are not paying the NHS.
All right. I think the person that asked the question, I think that would have settled it. Another question is, how much is this is funny? How much is average payment for someone watching per hour in in Canada?
No, I can't get it. How much is what? How much is what?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Yusuf.
I'm here. I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. What are you saying? I'm reading the people's comments here. Somebody saying I have to take water.
Someone just asked. They said,
we are fasting. I can't take water.
All right. He's asking that how much is the minimum per hour in Canada?
Oh, for if you are working?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me see. I don't think people actually need that, but I'm going to tell you it varies from province to province. Like the province I live, which is Ontario, which is where we have Toronto. The cost of an hour is $14 an hour. But to be honest with you, my brothers and sisters, that's not our target. Nigerians, we don't work minimum wage job. You want to work $40 an hour job, $50 an hour job. That's the deal. That's their target. However, if you are here as a student, the only thing you are left with is those minimum payment jobs. But once you finish your school, you want to go get a good job and get $30 an hour, $45 an hour, $35 an hour. I have friends that have $70 an hour job. But Ontario that I know of is $14 an hour per hour. So convert that. So and you can, let's say, do 8 hours a day. You can do 10 hours, 12 hours a day. Look at how much you make. But I don't think we actually need that right now. You just want to come here first and don't think about that for now. Think about the first step of coming in, and then you figure that out later.
All right. Someone just sent a personal message. He said you mentioned that you were able to break to work more than 20 hours per week. Is that still existing? Can someone still do that if you get to Canada?
If you come to Ontario, like let me explain to you. If you come to Ontario, I can guarantee you I'm going to show you how to get a job to work, even if you want to work 40 hours a week. However, if you want to work 40 hours a week, you have to be very, very smart and brilliant, because coming to school in Canada is always you're going to work. It's not like Nigeria that somebody is going to help you to do assignments. It's not going to happen here. Plagiarism, if they give you an assignment, you have to do it. So it takes your time. The school take a toll on you. You have to work. You have to put in the work. So most time what happens is that most students are not even, you don't even have time to work. But however, I have, like when I was in school then, I know this guy, he worked every day, but he's very brilliant. So you see the school work as easy to him. He's very, very brilliant. So he works every day. But if you want to work under the table job, don't worry. If you come to Ontario, I can show you where to go and get it. It's everywhere. They call it under the table job. It doesn't go on your, what's it called? It doesn't go on your record. The system, the government are not going to see you. So you can actually do that. If you want to do that, that's fine. But if you come here, I can show you where to go and get a job. It's even everywhere. As you're working on the sea, you're going to see it. It's there. Don't worry. That's not a problem. You're going to get on that table job that is not going to show your record that you're working. So the money, they are not going to give you directly. So they're going to give you through cash. So you work, after every 2 weeks, you go and get your paycheck, you put it in your account and nobody knows. Normally, I'm not supposed to be even saying that, but we will. So hope it doesn't get to one government official announce, say, oh, Tunde, you know where people are getting on that table job? Because it's illegal. It's illegal in Canada, but people still do it.
All right. That means you can reach Tunde through, you have my number, is on the chat room. You can reveal, we'll send you the details and how to even help you out if you have difficulties in processing your application. But as I said earlier, before we start the program, this program is not for us to think about relocation. Relocation is not the next thing. It's not the way, it's not just the end thing that we need to do. If you're okay, there's some things you need to do in Nigeria. If you have a good network in Nigeria, I keep saying it, you can go there. I don't stay there. I travel around, but I don't believe I want to travel to, I keep saying it, I can't stay there. But people will say, oh, why would you? Because I don't think I can stay there because it can't give me what I want. But I just have to be going there and be coming back. So, but if you have all the opportunity to go there, that is why we are talking about mindset. Your mindset first. What kind of mindset? Where do you fall into? That is where they will take you. You can't just say because someone traveled abroad, that is where he's making it. You might go there and you might not make it. So I have Mr. Olabanje Ayodele. You can unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Thank you so much for this privilege and opportunity to be part of this mind-blowing webinar. I appreciate the speaker. I think the system over there is good. I've not been there anyway, but at least for people who have friends and associates that lives in Canada, to be precise, another part of the globe. So I want people like the coordinator and my coach, Dr. Olutayo, has said, is the sharing of knowledge here is to equip us and make us a better person. You understand? And one thing I'm taking away from this seminar or webinar is that it encourages good network, tap into knowledge and understanding on how you yourself can be a very good benefit of attractor. Let me say attractor. So my question now is that for people who desire to study and come back, what is your advice for such people? And at the same time, because, generally speaking, majority sell their properties here to travel over that place. Like doctor has said, there people, you might get there if that place is not your promised land, but because we are so carried away with the surface most times, we find ourselves in a situation where we relocate and we now begin to complain to people back home and say, if I had known, I would have stayed back. So for us, for people who might have the desire of going to study over there, how can we effectively combine such with an academic program? That's my question. Thank you so much.
Pompey. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you summarize it to me, the question? So he's trying to see.
Okay, let me come back. The question is, let me be brief. The question is for people who might not their ambition of going to Canada to study.
Okay.
What is your advice for such people and how they can combine study with working? And that there will not be anything illegal. So you won't do it, everything you will do it and you will have your conscience with yourself. That's what I want to know. To study and to work. What's your take?
Okay, that's okay. Thank you so much. Now I get it clearly. So in all honesty, study and work. Okay, when you apply for a study permit to come to Canada, on the paper that they are going to issue to you, it is written there, study and work visa. It is written, it is clearly stated. They expect you to work. If you are from a rich family and you don't have to work, it's okay. But the working part of it is they want you to tap it if you want to. So you are going to work. If you want to work, what are you going to work? You are going to work. If you want to work, you are going to work. Let's say you are going to school. So doing those my own time, I usually work in the evening or sometimes I work overnight. And I will still go to school in the morning. So you can actually work. It's easy for you to work. So if you sell your property, in all honesty, and I have to be honest with you, it's true that some people relocate to Canada and they regret it. It is possible. I'm not saying there is in every case there is always an exemption, but 95% of people that come here never regret it, my brother. And I will say it with everything I have. I've met people, even the rich ones. I got recently that one of the big pastors in Nigeria, one of the big, I don't want to mention name, maybe on Twitter, I saw it on Twitter, Pastor Tunde Bakari, people are moving in, even rich people. It's not going to be fair for me to mention people's name. I have some people that I know that are my people here, they are big politicians in Nigeria. They are here with their family. They are here with their family, like the family, they will bring their wife here and the kids are here. They are going to be in Nigeria to hustle and send money down here. A lot. It's not going to be fair for me to start mentioning name. I won't do that. Because that's confidential. I won't do that. But you are never going to regret it. You are never. And nobody is holding you. You can finish your school in Canada and go back home if that's your choice. Canada will not say don't go. No, you can go. It's okay. If you think, oh, I don't like this country, it's not even good, it's too cold, it's okay. Nobody's going to stop you. You get your certificate and you go. You can use that certificate, the knowledge you have gained, the experience you have gained here, you can go and use it to benefit your home country. That's fine. So you don't have to work. If you don't want to work, but if you work, you're going to make your money. Because to be honest with you, within 1 year, if you are serious and you know what you're doing, this your school fee, you can actually make it back. You can actually make it back, and that's the truth. you can make it back. So that's my.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Next question. Next question. Pompey.
Yeah, we still have someone raising up his hand. Can you unmute yourself and ask your question?
Why is everybody
Can you unmute yourself?
Showing your name? Pompey, Olutayo, everybody that is, they are not your name, but they are showing your name.
Hello.
The link they used, it was the link, they didn't register direct, so they just clicked on the link, and that was my own direct link. So I have someone that wants to, yes, we can hear you, please.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hi. My name is Mansour. I really only want to say a big thanks for the host and the guest speaker. And he's my main man. I just want to say, I want to add to the value what he has been saying since. Actually, I don't have much question to ask, but Mr. Ayodeji, the last speaker said a lot of what I wanted to ask, which I'm happy about it. Babatunde Yusuf, you are doing a wonderful job. We really appreciate what you are doing. If I will add to what you have been saying since, it's not necessary for everybody to move to Canada, as he said earlier, but I want to have my own personal experience with him. I could remember when he was living in 2015, he bought me a vehicle. My vehicle was the first vehicle he bought, and the vehicle was stolen on gunpoint within 5 months. To tell you how bad the security of the nation was then, 2015. Up to today, we could not be able to get the vehicle again. And but let's thank God there was no life lost. Everything was just going back. We used to talk a lot. I used to tell him that, come on, Nigeria you left was never a better one. It's just getting worse every day. And it was so like, why are you not leaving? I was like, okay, we do business here. We are business partner. But nevertheless, the business, in as much as we try to strive for the opportunity, but the government policy keeps us down every day. So my case is that if you have opportunity to japa, as we said, our advice is japa, but do it in the right way. So Babatunde Yusuf, thank you so much for this opportunity you give and you share. And on the GLI, it's not everybody that know the meaning of the DLI, and you just tell everybody now, which I really appreciate it. You just go online, pick a school, then at the end of the day, you see that it don't work, it doesn't work. This is the best time people need to go around, get information, Google your way to future, the way you say. And let me just make it public. Maybe I'll be the next one to do mine now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you so much for your question. And before we round up this
thank you for
section,
that compliment.
Okay, sir. So before we round up this section, I think there are some people I would like to mention, especially here in this session. Before we finish, I just want to thank them. I just want to be grateful to them. They have been amazing in my life. They are just God sent. I have a lot of people in my life. People have actually called one way or the other to help me to shout my cause. People always see me as like a superhuman, but most of those things I've done, it has always been people that have been supportive to me, to my dream, to my aspiration. God has actually blessed me with people, and I thank God for that. God has really blessed me with a lot of people, great people. Though I'm not bad myself, but God has been. So let me first of all thank Mr. Pompey. He used to be we used to be neighbors together, and today we're still together. And that's one thing with me. I keep contact, I keep relationship. If I've known you one time, I still know you. We have your number. We're still going to reach out to each other. And secondly, the person I want to thank is just the guy that just finished answering question, Mr. Mansour. Mansour is not a friend. He's like my blood brother. And when I say he's my blood brother, I mean it. We have been friends since I think when I was 6 years old. We have been Boston friends since I was small. I just want to use this opportunity to thank him. and thank his family. He's been amazing. He has really helped me a lot. He's really helped me a lot. He's been loyal and he's been very, very supportive. Let me explain again. Maybe people know what people know me for in Canada is I buy a car, I sell a car to Nigeria. And when I started the business, I started with my friend. I remember when I came to Canada, he was the first person that actually sent money to me to help him buy a car. When nobody believed in me, nobody actually believed in me, like, this one. I want to do the car business. 5 months after I came here, he sent like a lot of money to me to buy him a car. Unfortunately, that car was stolen. But you know what? God will always pay you back. We have moved our business, Mapleby Autos Canada Incorporated, to a level that every year there is no year we don't buy like over 100 cars for people. Every year for the past, let's say 3 or 4 years, we have been doing that. There is nobody that is going to clear my car more than Monso. I will always refer him. I will always make sure I pay him. And that's one thing with me. If you are good to me, I will pay you back. Another person I don't want us to waste our time. Another person I want to thank very well is Samad. Samad came later in my life, but it's been amazing. Let me just send a message to him and just help me thank Samad. Samad has been very helpful. He has done a lot of things for me. He doesn't know, but I hold him in high esteem. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if one of my friends is also here. There are some of my friends that I want to thank, especially Bernard, Zacchaeus, and a lot of my friends. I can't even check because this thing is not showing people's things, so I can't really know who is here, who is not here. But everybody that has been supportive of my friend, thank you so much. I love you all, and I appreciate you, and I will continue to be loyal to you and be good to you guys. Thank you so much. Pompey.
We appreciate you too. Yeah, I have Mr. I have Wisdom.
Good evening, engineer. Thank you for the host and the guest. Thank you for this opportunity. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'll be practical in my question and I want a direct and definite answers.
That's fine. No
One, if for a family, maybe a family 5, and
okay,
maybe the man, a family of 5, for example.
Okay.
And the father want to maybe go to Canada, use that as to further his studies.
Okay.
And then the wife maybe will work. Is it possible to go at once? Can we study and one person is working? Can they use my visa because of me? The whole family will go to Canada together? That's the first question.
Okay, Mr. Wisdom, I can see the wisdom. Yeah, like you're a full representation of your name. Like this is a question I was expecting from people. You are, yes, absolutely right. And that is what Canada really wants. You see, they've started doing that in UK right now. Canada started this process. Like when you come here as a student, mature student, they call them mature student. You are married. Your wife is also qualified. Let's say you are one of you. Let's say the wife is schooling. You as the spouse have rights to apply for work permit based on your wife's status. Your wife is a student or your husband is a student, the wife can actually apply. So, and they are going to come into Canada with your children and they are going to give I forgot what they usually give because I also did the same thing. When I came here, 4 months after I came, my wife came here to join me. So your wife is going to be giving and your children are going to be giving, if you have some children, they are going to be giving, I forgot the name of it. It's here in the house. If I check it, they call it something. I forgot it. So that will allow your children to go to school and you will allow your spouse, if the wife is the student, the husband can go and work to support the other person that is schooling. Yes, that is absolutely legal. You can do that legally. Like that is what Canada actually wants. They want you to come with your spouse so that it is easy for you while you are schooling. Somebody can be working. Yes, they are doing it in UK now, but Canada actually started this like 6 years ago.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Question number 2.
Okay, sir.
What is the financial capacity? Like how much can a family of 5 come in with? Because is it possible? Okay, let me put it this way. Is it possible to just come in the next, a week or two, you just get work immediately?
Okay, yeah. It depends on your network. It depends on your person. It depends on your personality. Let me give you an instance. Like my own case, when I came to Canada, this is a very, very funny story. When I came to Canada, I was actually staying in someone's house in their basement. This family, God bless them, Awusome family. They took me in my first month. So when I came here, I was staying in their house. So after 1 week, I told them I want to go to school. They said we should take you. I said, don't drive me. Let me go by myself. I will go and take bus. But they said, you don't know how to take bus here. I said, just explain to me. I want to go and explore myself. I just want to free because listen, like my associates here, and I thank God. One thing that really helped me here is that I was really ready when I came here. I was ready for anything that is going to come my way. So even if I go to work and I'm finding it difficult, I still go because this is the dream. This is what I want to do. Nobody forced me to Canada. I really have this. Like, I really want to come here. So what I'm saying is, so when I went to school, when I went outside, so I met a guy in school, one Igbo guy, young boy. I was already in my 30s when I came. So that boy was like 23 years old. So he has been in Canada 1 year before me. So he was working in a factory. Yes, factory. It's terrible. Me from Etisalat, I was in the head office. I was in the Oriental Hotel office, and I have to come to Canada. My first job is factory. I remember my first day in that factory. I cried. I went to the washroom, the toilet. I was crying like, hey, see my life. I left Nigeria. See, because in Canada factory is terrible. I don't pray for my enemy. 8 hours they're going to pay you for, you're going to stand all through. So let me just cut the story short. So this guy called me, do you want to work? I said, I want to work. See, you want to work? I will help you take to my agency that was giving me work. So they can give you work. So do you have a safety boot? I said, I don't want the safety boot. Safety boot is what in every factory in Canada, they expect you to wear this safety boot. This guy said, okay, don't worry. He got my number. I said, I'm going to call you in 2 days' time. So I will tell the agency, you send your ID to them, they will give you a job. So like 1 week after I came, the guy just called me. Tunde, are you ready to work? I said, let's go now. I thought it's something easy. When I got there that day, we started work. The guy asked 2 safety boots. So he bought one for me because I don't have money. If safety boot then is like $80, I don't have it. So he bought one safety boot for me. So when I told the people I was staying with that, they've helped me got a job where I'm going tomorrow. They said, today, it's better you be careful. Which job are you going to? Don't go and kill yourself because the job is not like Nigerian job. I said, let me go and try it. And so I got my job, although it's not, let me mean job, as far as it's going to pay me money, but it's not a good job. But people, like there are some people, that's how they live their life. The Indians, the Filipinos, they are factory people. Like I'd never know the meaning of highly industrialized country until I came to Canada. If you enter factory in Canada, yeah, my brother, you go on, no. You go see production line from here to another junction inside one place. People they are producing everything, cream, turkey, tire, everything they produce here. So they will now ask people to work. You now work with machine, robots. You'll be taking items from one place to another. It's tough. So, but I did that job. When I got home the following morning, I slept. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't wake up in the morning. My back was aching so bad. I couldn't even stand up. Back pain. So what I'm saying is you can actually get a job. It depends on you. So me, in my own case, some people will not 2 months, they have not gotten a job. But in my own case, I was ready to explore. I was ready to take anything that comes my way. Anything. I just want to try it. So you can get a job ASAP. And you can get a job very late. It depends on you. Thank you.
All right. The last question, please. Sorry. Maybe 2 more questions. Okay. Now, I want to ask, somebody said that as you are going to Canada, there are communities that are ready to take you, maybe to come and work for them even before you leave Nigeria. Is that possible?
What do you mean by community?
He said there are some areas, there are some maybe community services or something. She went there and the family got there and one of them were employed like a certain, town, like a local government or something. She got the job and they asked her to work there for 3 years before she leaves. I didn't understand what she was trying to tell me. Is that possible there?
I don't know anything like that. If you come in as a student, so you are not going to go to school and you're not going to go to another community, I don't think that's possible.
She didn't come as a student. She come as a working class or whatever.
I don't know if it's possible. I won't say I know everything, but I don't know. I don't know what he meant by that. Maybe if the person is here and he talks to me, if you reach a contact, if you connect with the person, if you're a student, I will be able to put it into a proper perspective. And
okay.
see.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. The last question before a family settles down: how much do you think a family of 5 should come in with? And that's
okay,
the
let me
first
explain to
question.
you. If you are coming in, if you want to come in together, you have to show a lot of money. And to be honest with you, I don't have it here, but there is a calculator online you can actually use to calculate it. I think a family of 5, maybe you as a student, let's say based on my initial calculation, let's say the cost of schools, your school fee is $10,000. For instance, your living expenses for 1 year is, let's say $12,000. That's $22,000. So let's say your wife is $5,000. Each child, they might say $3,000. So you have to calculate all this money. So it's difficult. But what people do, or people like me did, was I applied to come here first. Then when I came in, I now bring my wife in. We didn't come together. That is easier. You're already here. It is easier to prove to them that you want your wife. They will let your wife come in. But if you want to come, you are still in Nigeria, and in your application, you say you want to come and study in Canada, and you put your wife application, you put your children application, it's more difficult. It might be very, very difficult to get a visa. And that's the fact. It might be difficult to get a visa. So,
Okay.
so that is it. But you need a lot of money to show them that you can actually cater for your children and your wife. So you might need like something around $50,000.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. If I need to go through are you like a consultant? I need to go through you. What is the process of starting?
Right, let me explain to you. In all honesty, I'm not a consultant and I don't do it. But I do this, I'm doing free of charge. Free of charge. Thank God. And this is my only way of paying back to the community, giving back to the community, giving back to people. God has helped me in my own little way because I came here. I know a lot of people that I met here that they don't have half of what I have, what I've been able to achieve in this country. So I just believe this little thing is just a way of like online community, just to help people, just share information. A lot of people call me, I have not met them, I've not seen them. I give them information, I will give you my time. I will just say, give me some time. Maybe you call me now, you message me now. I will tell you, can you wait? Maybe Saturday we're going to talk. I will give you my time. I will explain to you. Maybe 30 minutes, I will explain to you. I do this.
Please, I have a question.
I don't charge people for it. I can refer you if your case has to be, I have to refer you to somebody that will help you, that I can do, I will refer you. I have friends that I can refer you to. That's what I do. But I don't do this and charge money. No, I don't do it.
Thank you very much. The last request, can the host help us with your contact?
So yeah, that's fine. It's left to Mr. Pompey to do that. So he's going to want to decide on that.
All right. I trust him. Engineer is my man. Thank you. Good night.
I have a question.
Okay.
Mr. Babatunde.
Sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Ayorin Diajayi. I've been friends with you on Facebook. I met you through Jarus.
Okay. Okay.
So thank you very much for your time and the wonderful presentation. We really appreciate. Okay, my question goes like this. I'm actually an IT business analyst. So, and the information you put out on those colleges and the likes are actually helpful. So my question is that for instance, if I schooled in a state, am I allowed to move to other states to work as a postgraduate working visa, permit? Or I will need to work in that state. For instance, let's assume I schooled in Ontario. Can I move to British Columbia to work?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Thank you for your question. Yeah. Yes. Legally, you're allowed to do that. However, there are some disadvantage to it. People usually do that once they got their PR. You want to get your PR before you move. Because as a student, you are still on a temporary work permit. So it is more to your advantage if once you finish school, then you apply for, how do I put it? It is easy if let's say you school in Manitoba, for instance. Manitoba has a program for people that school there. They give you to get provincial nominees easy. If you school in Manitoba, they will give you their provincial nominee. That make it easy for you to get your PR. But if you come to Ontario with a temporary work permit, Ontario doesn't know you because your school fee that you pay, you don't pay it to Ontario, you pay it to Manitoba. You are making it difficult for yourself. So once you get your PR, you cannot move. That's what most people do. You want to get your PR first, then you move out. Where you school, you want to stay there because that's a province you have invested there. So they have something they are owing you. They are going to help you one way or the other through their nominee program. But if you now go to another place, you school in Manitoba, you now come to Ontario. Ontario doesn't know you because they believe that you didn't pay money to them.
Okay.
So once you get your PR, you can move to anywhere.
Permanent resident, you can switch to any state, any.
You of course, as a permanent resident, the law allow you to move anywhere. You can move anywhere. They always tell people that you can't move if they nominate is a lie. You can move. You can move.
Okay, that's fine. So it suffices to say that one could start from a province where there is low cost.
You are right. I know what you mean. I know what you're trying to say is that, like, okay, province like Manitoba, Saskatchewan, it's easy to get PR there, very easy, because there nobody want to go there. It's cold. When I mean cold, listen, in Ontario, I can do a video you see outside now. It is hot. This is what I'm going to be wearing now. But in Manitoba, I spoke with my wife, my friend that is in Manitoba. It's going to snow today again.
Okay.
And the snow there no be here. The snow there if you keep passing.
Okay.
So how about
New
they want to come to Ontario.
New Brunswick or something.
New Brunswick is worse. That one is even worse.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much for your time for the questions. I really appreciate it.
Okay, no worries. Thank you so much.
Hello, Mr. Tunde.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to say this is Ben.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to say, I mean, you've spoken well today. I mean, I actually follow you all through, and you've spoken very well, and I'm very happy with this opportunity that you give people because information is key, right?
Yes.
I'm Canada just like you. So
hey, Ben.
And I know.
Hello, Ben.
Yeah, Canada. Yeah.
Can you do me a favor?
Okay.
Let me listen. I actually spoke about you to the CEO of PCV that I would like to invite one of my friends to talk in this session. But because of I've been trying to look for your name, I couldn't see your name. So let me introduce Ben to you. Ben is one of my go-to guy when it comes to immigration matter in Canada. Very knowledgeable and very nicely thought. My good brother, we have been together. I met him in Canada. He got his PR before me. He got his citizenship before me. So he's my senior Osman for this street. So he has a YouTube video that you guys can watch. I'm going to be dropping the link to his YouTube page. You can follow him and subscribe to his page. There is a lot. Everything I've said here in this session today, Ben has done one video or the other about them. So you just need to go, your go-to place is Ben page. He's a wonderful guy, and you can also reach out to him. You help people secure. If you need any information, you can talk to Ben. So Ben, I'm going to allow you to talk now. Continue.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tunde. And I want to thank Mr. Pompey for this opportunity for sensitization because I believe information is key. And information is paramount. There are so many people out there that need information. I remember when we also planned to come here to Canada, the information were not out there. So that was why people like us decided to create a platform where people can always get information. And also a caveat, I'm not an immigration consultant, so please, I'm not a licensed immigration consultant. I just know the information and I decided to share the information with people. So once again, Mr. Tunde, I don't want to bore you with so much talk. You've done you've done a good job with the sensitization. Just to add one or two things. So I think what you're trying to remember then for the question the guy asked was spousal visa for the wife. So if the husband is schooling, then the partner can come on a spousal visa. It's like for you. So as far as you are in school, you are registered in class, you have your letter of enrollment in class, then your wife or your husband, whoever is at home in Nigeria, can apply under you and will join you, just like you did for your wife. You remember that, right? So,
yes.
And your kids can also come too. So yeah, so that's just what I want to chip in. And I think what you're trying to remember at the end the other time was designated learning institution. So it is paramount, just like you said, that If you are coming to school in Canada, please, it is very paramount. Make sure the school is a designated learning institution and your work permit is assured after your study. Because what is the point? After spending 16,000 for your 1-year program, and at the end of the day, you finish, you cannot apply because your school is not a designated learning institution. So you've wasted time, you've wasted your money. So do that research and make sure. I will also, I think Mr. Tunde, I will forward the link to you where you can also send it to to Mr. Pompey, where they can actually check for themselves if the school they are applying to is a designated learning institution. So yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Tunde, once again.
So, and again, please drop the link to your YouTube page so that people can actually, please, once you get the YouTube page, please subscribe to it. It's so informative, so it's going to help you. Trust me. So subscribe to that page and watch those videos. All you need to come to Canada is on this page. All you need. He has tons of videos. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tunde, Mr. Penn, I really appreciate this time. The time is well spent, and different people still have a lot of questions. I know that when it comes to relocation, migration, we have a lot of people that wants to go, but I keep saying it, that the moment you know your onions, there's no how you can get what you want. Like what Jeff was asking Warren Buffett, he said, why is people not, your investment strategy is very, very powerful. Why are people not copying this? And what Warren Buffett said, he said, because everybody don't want a slow to reach. They all want the fastest way to reach. So I kept saying it, you've given us enough information. Information is powerful. I was able to go home with Google yourself to success. Whatever you need, Google is there. But I see that if you want to kill anybody in Africa, if you want to kill Africa, just put that in on written or write it or put it on writing and give to them. They won't read it. Even when you have a check, put it inside a book and give it to any African man. For them to open it is going to be a problem, but they never knew that is where their money is. So we need to go and read. Let us read and reread and relearn. We can't just be in one place and you believe that is all. Whatever we've gained tonight, a lot of us have gained a lot of things that we don't know, but it still boils down to for us to learn. Training is very important. You need to, information is powerful, but I said applied information is powerful. Not just information. People who said information is powerful, but if you don't apply that information, it is nothing. It is worthless. So I keep saying it, Mr. Ben, Mr. Tunde, I really appreciate this opportunity that you guys have given to people. If you want to know more about Tunde, he's going to send me some link. He's going to send me things about Mr. Ben. We're going to put it on our page. Yes, this is PCV Training Academy. We have a platform where we train professional entrepreneurial people that wants to start a business, a professional cleaners, facility managers, where we train. There's a training coming up next month. Is a 3 days intensive training, a 3 days intensive program that we're going to train you theoretical, and we are bringing 5 different facilitators in different aspects that they know what they're doing. They can tell you the integrity of this business that we want to tell you about. We are talking about emotional intelligence, where we have Mr. Joseph. There's nobody, if you go online, you will know who is Mr. Joseph is. If you want to know Mr. Paul, if you want to know, a lot of people that we are bringing in. So that will be next month, 28, 26 to on the 28th. The program is still there. You can chat us up. We've dropped it on the private chat. You can chat us. They will attend to you. If you want to be a professional, if you want to start a business, if you need a consulting, if you're tired that you don't know what else to do, that's why I said your network is your networking needs to be strong. When I tell people that, why is it that you traveled? I traveled to US for 3 days. I come back. People think, why am I doing? But because I can't leave Nigeria. If I go for 4 days, it's as if something is happening. But what will I do? Because you need to strong yourself. You need to put yourself together. Relocating is good. And I said, traveling is something, traveling is learning. I want you to know it's an education. If you travel out, you learn a lot. So tonight, the time is well spent. But I tell you, if you want to know more about us, we are on PCV Training Academy. You can Google us. You can go on our website. You know more. If you want to scale your business, if your business is not going as you wanted it, we have a lot of courses that we can give to you. We have a lot of training to give on to you. So tonight, I appreciate everybody that has come. Next month is going to be another month that we do it every month. This knowledge sharing, we do it every month. So next month, we are bringing another another person that was going to come to give us something that will be more enterprising, that will even show us more ways. So thank you, Mr. Tunde, and I thank everybody that has come tonight. That I appreciate your time, and I believe you've gained one or two things. And go home, Google yourself to success. That is what I've learned today. A lot of things that I keep learning every day. You can never stop learning. The moment you stop learning, that means you are out of this world. Everybody keeps saying, I want to relocate, but I will tell some people, even to go to Naira land to get some information, they don't. And you keep saying you want to travel. What you don't know will ever be above you. So you need to know what you're talking about. What Mr. Tunde has talked, what Mr. Ben has talked about. It's all about you need to you need to be informed. Your mindset matters. And the fourth step of mindset, which I've said before, we have the poor mindset, we have the middle mindset, we have the rich mindset, and the wealthy mindset. The poor mindset only think in a day, what is going to eat that day? That is what it's all about. He doesn't think about tomorrow because he believes by tomorrow I will find something to eat. Why the middle mindset? These are the people that think in months, how they will pay their salaries, how they pay their their staff salary, or how they pay their bills. Why the wealthy, the rich mindset thinks in a year, how they will make what is going to be their turnover for this year. That's what they think about. And after they've met it, they will now think about the next year. But we're not talking about the wealthy mindset. The wealthy mindset, these are the people that think in generations. They want to know what is going to happen if they leave this business. Who is going to take over the business? That is why we keep shouting some names in the whole world. This is doing this, and Musk, this, that, because they're thinking, well, you need to change you need to move from that mindset to the next one. Most of us are on poor mindset. From today on, move to the next one. Move to the next one. When I keep telling people that I'm tired of being a millionaire, it's as if, oh, this guy is proud, this guy is bragging. No, you say what you want to be in life. How can I be a millionaire? If you have 1 million, do you know you are a millionaire? Yes. You are a millionaire. If you have 1.1 million, you are a millionaire. Why don't you think of you moving to that billion? Because I'm tired of being a millionaire. How can I be a millionaire for 10, 20 years? That is stagnant. So please, if you want to know more, you can just contact us. We have our things there. Next month, we are having another one. If you want to join our platform, you can drop your number. You have our number, our website. You can drop your number there. Why we add you to the platform is an entrepreneurial platform where you learn new things, where you meet the CEOs, different people that you meet there, networking. Your network is your network. Your net worth is your network. Take it home, and that will be the next. Thank you very much. We'll see you next month. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. Can everybody tell us bye? So we say goodbye. Mr. Tunde, I appreciate this time. I know you are meant to, you are still fasting, and you've even exhausted most of your energy. So bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
We have
Bye-bye.
ourselves saying bye, please.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.